Hey, this is David, and we've got a problem tree here today. I've talked about a few years back. Don't let trees grow up around your buildings, and we're about 15 feet away from a barn here. And what these trees do, when you have a roof over there, there's no shade competition for that crown. And this tree has grown over, so it's leaning heavily toward that barn. And I need to get it out of here before it gets any worse. And it is a problem because of that weight. I checked. Let me turn this camera up here so you can see. Turn that camera up here, and let me turn this viewfinder around where I can see. You can see that tree is heavy toward the barn. See, there's the barn right there, and that crown is going right out over the barn. And if you center up, get the center of that crown, it's a good 10 feet off the stump, so we got 10 feet of back weight. That makes math easy. I went out here with my timber stick, and you should all have a timber stick. Where did I drop that thing? There it is. If you don't have one already, if you're cutting many trees, get a Biltmore stick out of Forestry Suppliers. One side has log scale, which is regular inches. The other side has tree scale. Measure your tree diameter at breast height here. You can measure your stump dimensions here on the other side. And the other thing you do with this is use this to measure your height of your tree. We've been through this before, but I'll do it again. Put that stick up at the corner of your eye, tip your head back, grab that stick, stand it up vertical, put the top of your hand at the stump, roll your eye up, and you move forward and back until the top of that matches the top of the tree, and then pace in. And I got 60 feet tall on this tree. So on the stump here, I can make a 12-inch lever. Look down there at the stump. I got 12 inches of lever there and 60 feet tall. And so that's a 60 segment tree. You got 60 feet tall and 1 foot down here. So we have a 60 segment tree. And that means if I raise the back of that stump 1 inch with a wedge, 60 segment tree, if I raise the back of that 1 inch, the top of that will move over 60 inches. And 60 inches, that's 5 feet. Well, I've got a good solid 10 feet. So I've got to raise that stump, or raise the butt of that log more than 2 inches to get near my balance point. And that's a lot of wedging. Unpleasant wedging, because that's going to be heavy. And it could be done. You end up with 3 wedges in there, three wedges thick, and boy, that's as much as you can do. Now, this is a hackberry, so the fiber strength will be good, and it's a solid tree, but that's a hard job. So what we're going to do is bring the tractor up here. I have just enough room to get the tractor in here and get a good push on that. I checked it out the other day. I can push that tree with the tractor. So I'm going to shut this off right now, get the tractor in here, and we're going to be taking that tree right toward that, to the left of that small one out there. Let me see here. Going to be taking it right toward that little tree in the center frame. Going to be aiming just to the left side of that. When you're pushing on a tree or pulling on a tree, you want to be exactly opposite the weight, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be getting right opposite the weight, so it's going to be a little off balance, not bad though. So I'm going to turn the camera off here and get the tractor lined up, and then we'll start cutting. Okay, and we are ready. I got the tractor set up here, and got to put on my hat and my glasses. Okay, we're going to shoot for a hinge that's about 12 inches long and about 1.5 inches thick is what I'm going to shoot for. And this side of the tree is the heavy side, or what we also call it the bad side. This is the heavy side of the tree. So I'm going to do my face and bore this thing to make my hinge and cut out this side. And after I this side out and putting 1 or 2 wedges over here to hold against the weight. Now I've pushed it already with the tractor a little bit, so I've taken some of the weight off it. Pound in a couple wedges. Now I'll cut out the other side, set another wedge, tighten those wedges up good, and then we'll see if we can push it over with the tractor. So here we go. Okay, we got the hinge built. We're over 1.5 inches. We've got a good hinge. I've got the heavy side cut out. I got 2 wedges pounded in tight. Now we'll do the other side. Okay, we're going to fire up the tractor and give her a shove now. It's lodged up there in that next hackberry, but that's okay. It's off of the barn now. And let's take a good look at that stump. Scoot in there. Take a good look at that stump. You see that stump? Oh, stop right there. That stump. Oh, let's back off. This thing zooming on its own for some reason. I can hear it talking. It's that stump is trying to tear. You see it's torn on the light side from running. I heard it popping up in the top. There's a branch there. There, it's going to go on its own. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Another branch. Every time a branch moves, the tree settles a little bit. I could turn around and push that over with the tractor. I could do that. That'd be better than standing in there with a chainsaw. I'm going to reach in there and grab my tools, get the saw out of the way. I think we'll take the tractor and push that baby over. So I'll run around the barn with the tractor. Come over here and give it a shove. We'll have that thing down in short order. Anyway, it's a little safer than it was. It's really jammed in that bigger hackberry there. So anyway, thank you for visiting. Really appreciate every view. And I've got some other leaners here. They won't be as difficult as that one. Let me back this out and take a look. Probably will do every one of these. We've got a hickory right here that leans over. It's a much lighter tree. There's a little hickory right there. I can aim it past the corner of the barn, won't have to push on it at all. We've got another hackberry of about the same size, center frame right there. It does not have the back weight of this one. I can wedge that one over easily. And anyway, hackberry makes good firewood. It's in the elm family. It's Ulmaceae, but it burns much better than elm. And you know, elm makes a lot of ash, and it takes 2 pieces of oak to burn 1 piece of elm. Hackberry, we burn it no trouble. So that's going to make some good firewood. And when I buck that down, we'll make a video of that for those who haven't seen us do that. The way you can do it a couple ways. You can cut an opening on top, cut from the bottom, and let it fold down. That's a very safe method. When it folds down that way, though, the top becomes more vertical with every cut. And what I do is a little faster. I'll cut a vertical slice from the top at about shoulder height. And when I see the kerf begin to close, stick a wedge in, pound it tight, and put the saw back in, cut on through. And then the top drops straight down instead of folding and moving forward. And it's a lot of fun doing that. You stand, when you're finishing that cut, you stand with your arms fully extended so your feet don't get in there. And anyway, we've had really good luck doing that on some difficult projects. So thanks again for coming by to see us. And little Kubota does pretty good on a back leaner, and that's good to remember. I had a good solid 10 feet in the center of that crown. The center of the crown, a good 10 feet off. That's about a 15-16 inch diameter tree at breast height. And heavy crown. It had two heavy pieces of crown leaning back, and that with the hinge on there, the tractor handled that with ease. Use your wedges. Don't let it set back on you. Cut out after you make your hinge, cut out the heavy side first. That keeps you from getting jammed up. Cut out the heavy side, wedge it up, then cut out the tension side, and then finish taking her down. See y'all later. Thank you.